Hello Virgo, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading from the 19th through to the 25th of September. For those of you who've got your birthday at the moment, happy birthday to you. This is the changing of the season. The majority of the Virgos would have had your birthday by now. Some people may start feeling that energy coming back into your life, that bit of persistence and that sort of determination and that sort of thing. For those of you going through your birthday at the moment, it's that transitional period. Get ready to rock and roll. Okay, if you haven't seen any of the monthly readings, which I did in September, and also the equinox and the Mercury retrograde, they've been very interesting. September, October, November, the whole lot. This autumn is going to be a real humdinger, basically. Let's get straight in there, because you probably must get now what's going on with the Astroflower. There's quite a bit going on in the daily life. It's building up. There's a little bit more sort of activity around you, a little bit more sort of opportunities, a little bit more sort of space for you to breathe. Your guides are starting to build up, so they're trying to bring in the karmic side of your life. The overall energies are really low at the moment. Now, they were very important last week, and it's a lull before that next wave that comes through. And you can feel that next wave coming through you here in the lower parts of your flower. Let's just see what's going on the overall energies. Shining brightly, but not necessarily on stage. So it's basically it's trying to encourage you to to shine your life, but not necessarily seeking attention, just living it. And this is a year that you should be able to get good success, Virgo. And I would, if you've had long-term plans going on, I would literally now start doing them. The planning stage is over, and literally start doing it. So it's a bit of a leap of faith going on for you, and I think this is it. It's starting of that new year for all of you, really. And yeah, it's time to get on. It's time. That leap should have been done in a way, and it's now, as you're falling towards the canopy of the land below you, it's preparing yourself so you can have a lovely, beautiful landing on your feet, ready to rock and roll. Let's see what goes on the relationship side. This is the karmic message here. It is a nice way, but it's take it or leave it. It's like, I am who I am. I am who I am. I don't know if I repeated that to you last week, actually, funny enough. I seem to have sung that song for someone. Yeah, and it's enjoying being who you are, basically. That's what it's trying to sort of say here. It's saying to you, trying to encourage you to enjoy being who you are, and that will make ripples around you, but in a very good way. Yeah, I am who I am, and be who you are. Let go of that disappointment of the last, of last year, of the last whatever decade, or whatever period you've been going through, because it depends on your age. It will depend on your rhythms, your life rhythms, which we go into the Astroflower. So there's major changing points that say like 24, 36, 48, generally around those sort of periods. Clarification around 33, for example. Those sort of things. And in here it's a case of, I think the thing is to enjoy it and let go of any disappointment of the past. Don't go into life sort of saying, wow, it could go like this, it could go badly like this again. Don't have that attitude, because it's going to take you there. Otherwise it will take you to that disappointment. Okay, so let's just see what's going on from the universe. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's old relationships or if it's new ones, but whatever it is, there's a spark happening. So, and I think it comes out of an unexpected area of your life. So unexpected relationships where you can really feel at one with those people. Yeah. You'll get the opposite to Taurus, because Taurus had that on the other side. That's very funny. Yeah, and it says healthy boundaries. I think the healthy boundaries are realizing that spark in relationships, and this could be within your couple, this could be within your family, your friends, or community. But what's going on in the world around us at the moment, those sparks will become really important, and it's just enjoying the moment of being with another person. And that is the healthy boundaries. That's what should trigger you. That's what's the sort of thing you should say, no, I'm not going to spend too much time with that person, because it doesn't seem to be pleasurable for them or for me. You know, and it doesn't mean that you never speak to them again. It just means at this moment, at this period of time in your life. You know, so it's that I think that is the healthy boundaries. Let's just see what's going on the with the guides, how the guides are trying to influence that karmic message. If you're trying to, if you're not following that, if you're not following that idea of letting go of that disappointment and actually start learning to shine and enjoy your time and enjoy the relationships that you connect with, I've got a funny feeling you're going to find life might be a little bit jolty and complicated. You plan to do something and something happens and you can't quite get there, and things like that. It's just complications. But if you start shining, all of a sudden, it's gonna pull you off in other directions in life, on your path. It's going to encourage you through the coincidences, and the situation of the world around us will pull you in a certain direction. And I think if you're going along with happiness in your heart, I think it's going to be almost easy for you to just progress and to explore the relationships that are around you. And the guides are really helping out that side. They're sort of saying, if you're going to play against where you should be going, it's going to be complicated. If you're going there with full heart, you may not expect the direction that you'll be heading in. You wouldn't have seen that coming, but at the end of the day, you're probably going to say, do you know what? I really like this aspect of life. Yeah, so it's being strong, being true to yourself, allowing that light to shine for you will be really good. Not only for you, but for everybody around you. Let's just see what's going on the guides and how they're trying to influence that conversation that is within you. It's like we've all had one of those friends at school when we were really young, going, "Go on, say that." Cheeky. I might have been that. I don't think I was like that, but being like a little bit cheeky and encouraging you to do childish things, but nice childish things. Enjoying it and just saying things, and sometimes kids just say things and kind of go, "Well, where did that come from?" And it's like it's a good way for you to break the ice, to sort of change direction and to shine your light, basically. Just encourage it. Let that conversation that's within you guide you of how you run the everyday here and now interaction in the relationships. And you could well be a little bit cheeky, and that's good. That's good. It's not just good for you, it's good for everybody else. So it stops you from getting too heavily involved in situations. And this is where your guides are trying to carry you through. You're having a rite of passage from one side to another. So it could be for some of you. It's obviously not for every single one of you, but it could be for some of you where there is a separation that is involved here. Putting in your healthy boundaries, a little bit disappointed with life and stuff like that. But just be strong, true to yourself, and you will make it through, basically, if that's happening for you. I don't think it's the majority, but it may be some of you. Let's just see what's going on the money side of life, jobs, the business, and etc. The karmic message here is, it's like a car that's wheel spinning. You know, the wheels are turning, making a lot of smoke. Yeah. Don't hesitate. It's just sort of saying to take off the handbrake. Take off the handbrake. I don't know what the handbrake is in American, but it's the brake, the parking brake. Take it out of park. I don't know, whatever it is. You tell me in the description below. I'd like to know. Yeah, it's sort of saying, let go of the handbrake. Let it go. It could be causing conflict. If you hesitate at the moment in life in regards of your projects and your business and your jobs, if you do that, you'll get caught up in, I think, internal conflict within yourself, and obviously external conflict. Because once you get internal conflict, there will be external conflict in one form or another. But if you take your handbrake off, it's telling you here, and this is the upside of it, it's telling you here to reach for your better self, leave that conflict behind, and just be that better, be that shining example of what you can be, Virgo. Let's just see what's going on the universe, how the universe is trying to influence the karmic message. There's plenty of fruit to be had out there. You're very good ideas, Virgo, and developing ideas, bringing them on, making them, flushing out a bit of meat on the bone, as it were, in the ways of regards to ideas. And here it's sort of saying your fruit is out there, you've got to go and collect it. And it's like looking out in a field with loads of trees all over the place. How do you do it? Do you do it in lines like that? But the trees are not in lines, they're scattered all over the place. And it's here the universe sort of saying, it's all out there, it's all out there. All you got to do is go and get it. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with what you're doing. Be your higher self. Be that person that you can be and want to be. And if the rest of the world, or if a lot of people around you is not up for it, there will be a lot of people who are up for it. That's the thing. And you will find like-minded people and really enjoy your career, your business or your projects. Let's just see, because there is abundance of happiness. It's waiting for you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. They're picking out that root by the looks of things and seeing what things. So basically, if you imagine like you've got to make a sandwich, you go into a field and there's salad, there's tomatoes, there's cucumbers, there's onions, there's everything like that, And what do you collect first? What do you harvest first? Do you harvest the salad first? Is that the best thing to put into your sandwich? Probably not. You might want to harvest the tomato and the onions first. This is how the guides are trying to do it. They're trying to give you a bit of logic or a bit of give you a defined route to take, basically. Yeah, so there's a fair exchange to be had. In order to get there, there's got to be a certain amount of sacrifice from yourself. If you want to do a project, you've got to give over your time. That is what the sacrifice is. But it's also the rewards are there. And this is what the guides are trying to do, that if you search for your best version of yourself, all of a sudden you will get the results that you perceive yourself getting. And there's no point in making illusions for yourself. It's like if I've never done, let's say, if I've never been worked as a cook, and I haven't. I love cooking, but if I've never worked as a cook, to try and walk into a Michelin-style restaurant and start cooking, a really fancy restaurant, it's not going to happen. So being realistic is really important. And I think this is where the guides are trying to help you find a realistic path going forward for you, which will give you all the fruits that you so wish in order to live the life that you need to live. You don't need to win the lottery. No one does, because money is not going to do it for you in the future. It's that community that's going to do it for you. Those people are around you. That's what's going to do it for you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. They're asking you to look in places you wouldn't normally look. So let's just say you've got a shop and you sell shoes, right? And there's that conversation within you sort of saying, do you know what? I think I'd like to sell jewelry. Now, shoes and jewelry, yeah, they go together because it's something we wear, but that's about it. There's a long gap. There's a big gap between selling shoes, and let's say that it's like sports shoes and jewelry. And if you follow that path, you may open the idea of selling jewelry, but then also you may open the path of the accessories that people wear for jogging or for doing sport. That sort of thing. So it's looking in unexpected areas. I said you were the opposite of Taurus, yeah, because Taurus had that as well over that side. There's a definite switch there going on, but a cohesive plan, and they had their fall as well. So it's that will be your expertise, and this is where I'm talking about the trees and the fruits being a little bit scattered. You're going to have to go looking in places that you wouldn't normally be looking at in order to progress your career, your business, or your projects forward. So I would be very open and looking around, basically very attentive of what's going on around you. Let's just see what's going on the combined messages and the overall energy going out into the following week. It's going quickly, and it's almost as if like you're driving a car through those fields. You're driving a car through those fields. Do you know, that has been coming out for a lot of people. It came out last time. I'm not taking it because I haven't finished my explanation. It's like you're driving through fields and you're going really, really quickly. And basically that card was, you've got to let go of your worry and your sleepless nights. So you're driving along in your car. Okay, let's get back to where we are. You're driving along in your car, and it's through that field of fruit. And as you drive past, you've got to collect that fruit. And you could be going at 60 miles an hour, 120 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour, 120 kilometers an hour. It's going to be like, it's going to be difficult, but the possibilities are there, and you've got to be really on the ball. It's the following week, and the combining of these two messages, it's getting you up to speed, by the way, as you go through this portal. So it could be moving on to, as I say, some of you may be separating in order for having an opportunity in the future. But as I say, that was for a few of you. But on this side here, on the relationship side, if you start shining and being, enjoying your life and being who you are, it's all of a sudden, it's going to put you in a position that you're going to be really happy with. And in this ever-changing world, which I go into in the monthly reading, the Mercury retrograde reading, and the equinox reading as well, which you should go and have a look at on our channel. This is this portal you're going through at the end of the 25th. This is just after the equinox. So yeah, things will really start changing, and you're going to have to adapt to the society that is around us. Okay, there's plenty of links in the description below. There's a link to your Astroflower book. There's also links to our Instagram and our sister channel, Cymatic TV. Thank you very much for being here, Virgo. Been an absolute pleasure. So don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.